Hello guys and girls. I like to think there are girls watching these videos as well. I'm Jit Fahalangs and we're on for another Anamorphic on a budget video review. On this week's episode we're gonna talk about a very uncommon lens, which I heard a lot of things, no, not a lot, but never seen one until I got mine. It's the Isco-Optic 16:9 video attachment Mark I. So what's up with this guy? Long story short, it's an Iscorama 54 with a 1.33 stretch. Actually, that's the whole story. This is exactly what this lens is. It shares the exact same metal body of the Iscorama 54, the same weight, 900 grams, has the same alignment mechanism by pressing this button. It has 95mm filter threads in the front, 77 threads on the back. You can use a red stent clamp or just make one using multiple step rings. Focus ranges from 2 meters up to infinity, and you need to focus your taking lens to infinity and then do all the focus work on the Isco attachment. So where did this guy come from? Well, at some point Isco started making home projector lenses, and the traditional video aspect ratio was 4:3, so they needed a 1.33 stretch to be unsqueezed onto a 16:9 picture. And there you go. It's good to know there are 3 versions of this lens. This one, the Mark I, and the Mark II, and the Mark III. The 2 latter ones are way bigger and way heavier, to the point of being impractical to set use. I just saw this lens once on eBay, and that's the one I got. Also, there was one that sold a few years ago for over 6,000 euros, but it had some diopters with it, not that I think it justifies. So all I can say, it's a very rare lens and it goes for loads of cash. I'm holding a treasure right here. Its optical performance yields outstanding results, even at the fastest apertures. Edges are slightly compromised, but this thing is razor sharp. So much that the quality cap is probably set by the taking lenses instead of the anamorphic. If you have great taking lenses, you don't need to worry at all. Due to its massive front element size, I had to tape a diopter to it, which caused some vignetting on the 58mm charts. Being newer than the Iscoramas, these are all multi-coated lenses. They don't even say it here. And that reduces flare. That being said, it shows a faint greenish blue flare when the strong light is pointed directly into the anamorphic. Just as its older brothers, or sisters, a lens is male or female. Anyway, just as them, this thing is vignette free from 15mm up. You can see some of the barrel inside here at 37 with the mirror. The Isco 16:9 video attachment Mark I is as easy to use as an Iscorama. Actually, I should be saying this is an Iscorama and be done with it. Focus at 2 meters is the single issue I have with this lens, but you can get around it with diopters. Images are pretty and clean. If you're not a fan of the anamorphic artifacts such as bokeh, flares, and crazy distortion, this would be a perfect pick since it stretches 16:9 to 2.36 cinemascope and introduces very few artifacts. This world test was shot with my Contax Zeiss set, and look at how nice and clean it is. Well, it was a short review for such an uncommon lens, but you can get most of information you need about it from working or reading about any other Iscorama. I think this is the first time in the series where the anamorphic look isn't that much emphasized, but hey, there's plenty of people that like CinemaScope movies and think flares are extremely overrated. There's nothing wrong with that. Subscribe to the channel for the next week's video and check our archives as well as my blog for the full Anamorphic on a Budget guide. See you next week. Tito Ferradans signing out.